Hey everyone, it's Carly from Bliss Break and welcome to my first video. This is something super exciting for us and I have a feeling this video is going to be a little bit long, so bear with me, but I thought it would be great to start with my January favorites. I love watching favorites videos. I love seeing what people are loving for the month or the year. So I figured, why not start with one of my favorite things to watch? I have some skincare, a little bit of makeup, some hair care, and a couple miscellaneous things. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The first thing I want to talk about is this little silicone scrubby thing. I got mine at Sephora. I think it was like $6. But using something like this, I just squirt my cleanser on it. I rub it all over my face for a minute or two. It will turn any cleanser, at least any cleanser I've used with it, into a really nice foam. It's really hygienic. You don't have to replace brushes like you would with a Clarisonic. I just really like it. It's nice and gentle. I use it at night. Let's move on to masks. I got some masks for Christmas and I'm a huge fan of masks. I probably do 3 or 4 a week. Maybe that's excessive, but I have 3, well, technically 4 here that I've really been loving. The first 3 are from Kiehl's. These came in a set that Paul got me. Let's talk about this one first. This is the Turmeric and Cranberry Seed Energizing Radiance Mask. Now this one is, I don't know if you'll be able to see, it's yellow and it has these little cranberry seeds in it, but this really brightens up your skin. I know turmeric is supposed to have a ton of benefits for your skin, and this is one that I really like if I'm feeling a little bit dull. The cranberry seeds can be difficult to wash off, so this is one I would recommend using with a warm washcloth to get everything off. Otherwise you'll just have these little seeds stuck on your face, but this one I've really been loving. The next one is the Rare Earth Deep Pore Cleansing Mask. This is probably one of the more popular products from Kiehl's. It's a clay mask. It's supposed to be clarifying and what else does it say? Helps eliminate surface toxins from skin. Our deep cleansing mask helps to purify skin, leaving the appearance of pores minimized and skin refined. It does just that. I really like it. It's not irritating to me. Again, I have super sensitive skin. This is just a white, well, it's like grayish clay mask, but I've enjoyed it so far. The next one is a little bit interesting, but probably my favorite. This is the Cilantro and Orange Extract Pollutant Defending Mask. So this one, I believe, is an AHA, yes, an alpha hydroxy acid, which if you're familiar with chemical exfoliants at all, it really works to break down the dead skin on the surface of your face. So this one is something that you definitely want to use a sunscreen after using. However, it looks like it would be this thick green mask that would just sit on top of your skin. I like to use it as an overnight mask. So I have a little spatula that I use. I'll scoop out just the tiniest amount. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, it rubs away clear. So again, I do a super thin layer. I thought it was gonna smell like cilantro or orange. It doesn't. It almost smells minty, and it does tingle a little bit. I've noticed that when I use this, because it is an AHA, I will get a little bit red, but not in a bad way, not in a I'm having a negative reaction kind of way, just in like a it's working kind of way. When I wake up in the morning, I notice that my skin is a lot brighter, and I don't even use a moisturizer when I use this. And lately my skin has been really dry, but I'll use this as a last step in my evening skincare, and my skin looks amazing when I wake up. I've really been loving this, and I have to stop myself from using it every night because I know my skin would just freak out. The next thing I want to talk about is technically a mask, but I use it as a moisturizer. It is the Ultimate Moisturizing Honey Overnight Mask by a Korean brand called COSRX or COSRX. This blew my mind. This whole brand has just blown me away. I can do a whole video talking about them. If you guys are interested, leave a comment down below. This stuff is transformative, and I don't usually say that about a product, but when I wake up in the morning after using this, I feel like a glowing goddess. I love it so much. They recently repackaged it in a tube, which I really like. I don't know if you'll be able to see. It has a jelly texture. Can you see it? Kind of super brightening, tightening, wonderful, very moisturizing. Especially now that it's cold out, I will often do my normal moisturizer and then put this on top of it in a pretty thin layer. I don't pack it on. You could do that. You could leave it on as a wash-off mask. I really just like doing it as the last step, kind of like that cilantro mask from Kiehl's. Over everything else, this really seals it in. The first time I used this, I went to work the next day and one of my coworkers was like, "You're glowing." And that is what this does. This has honestly become a holy grail product for me. I love, 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 love it. And I am going to repurchase the jumbo size and the little squeezy tube, which is a little more hygienic than this. So I'm always down for that. Speaking of hydration, I have a couple different moisturizers to mention. This is the Dr. Jart Ceramidin Liquid. This is really interesting. I would say it's more of a serum than a moisturizer. I have been loving it this winter. I really like layering my skincare, and that's something that this really caters to. So this is, as the name implies, full of ceramides, which really help lock in moisture in your skin. And this, if you've ever used an Aveda product, this smells exactly like Aveda products. So what I'll do is I will squirt some of this onto my fingers, I'll rub it together, and then I'll pat it and press it into my skin. Oh, it smells so good. It does stay a little tacky for a while, so I'll put this on, I'll let it soak in for a few minutes, brush my teeth or something, and then I will go in with my moisturizer and my sunscreen. On the topic of moisturizers, something that has really helped me this winter is the Ultra Repair Cream by First Aid Beauty. This is amazing. It smells like eucalyptus a little bit, but it's a very thick cream, so you don't need a lot of it. A little bit goes a long way. And what I've really loved doing is mixing some of my rosehip oil into it. This stuff. Mine is by a brand called Trilogy. I've been using this. I used it all throughout December, and obviously since this is my first video, it's going in my January favorites. I use this every night. It's full of vitamins, it's full of antioxidants, it's supposed to help with anti-aging and reducing dark spots. I will often even use this just a small amount under my eyes on top of my eye cream. My eyes have been super dry lately. If you guys have a good eye cream recommendation, please let me know, because I am turning into an alligator, I think. This is something that's really been helping, and these two together. I'll squirt a little bit of this on my finger, 2 drops, sometimes 3, and I'll rub it all over my face and neck, and I just feel so hydrated. This is the Smith's Strawberry Lip Balm. This is an old favorite coming back. This is something that I used religiously in high school. It's a really lovely balm. This is by the same company that does the Rosebud salve. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but super hydrating, super amazing. A jar of this, a shallow jar, will last me an entire year. And my sister and I used to buy it for each other every Christmas, and she sent me a little stocking in the mail for Christmas this year, and this was in it, a nice little throwback. So I've been re-obsessed with this. My lips have been super dry, it's winter, and this has saved me. So I've been loving that. Moving on, I only have 2 makeup products. One of them is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I am a huge fan of the Urban Decay palettes, and this I think is just a really good, it's the Ultimate Basics palette. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. Ton of different looks that you can create using this. You can be more natural, you can go a little bit darker, and I just love it. I think, especially if you're just first starting out with makeup, it's a really good place to start. Lots of mattes. It's all matte except for this first shade, Glow. So this one right here has a little bit of shimmer to it. Nothing crazy, it's just, I would say it's like a satin shadow, but everything else is matte. So if you feel like you need a lot of mattes for your transition shade or your crease color or under your eye, this is great. The next thing I want to talk about is what I'm wearing on my lips today. It is the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in the shade Rosewood. This is one of their cream finishes, and this is actually what I picked out for my sister for her wedding day. This particular color is right up my alley. It's a nice rosy mauve color. I love it, and it looked beautiful on her for her wedding day. She is a little bit more fair and has more pink undertones than I do, so I think this is one of those colors that will suit a lot of people. Super hydrating. It does transfer quite a bit. but I was able to dust a little bit of powder on top of it for her, and once it dries down, it doesn't have as much transfer, but I love this. I am really curious to try more of theirs. This is the first Urban Decay lipstick I've tried, and I'm pleased. Moving on to some hair care. I went through a little bit of a hair crisis recently. My hair was feeling super dry, super brittle. I was trying to get rid of silicones and sulfates, and I did that last year, and it worked for a while, and then I just felt like the products I was using just stopped working. So I was in Walgreens. I wanted to find something at the drugstore. I was in the shampoo aisle for probably like 30 to 40 minutes, and I had heard a lot of things about the Garnier Whole Blends line, and this is the conditioner. This is the only one that did not have silicones in it, which really surprised me, especially because they're supposed to be a little bit more natural. A lot of their shampoos still had sulfates in it, and I was really bummed. And then I saw this sitting at the very, very top, and I was like, olive oil, Yeah, I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's dripping on me. What's interesting about this is it's really easy to spread around in your hair. It doesn't lather like a shampoo, but when I'm putting it, when I'm massaging it into my scalp, it spreads easily. I wanted to find the matching shampoo for it, and then I was walking down the aisle, I saw this. This is the Maui Moisture Thicken and Restore Bamboo Fiber Shampoo for weak, brittle hair. Densify, revive, and strengthen. It has bamboo fibers, castor oil, and neem oil. It's sulfate-free, exactly what I was looking for, and I just thought it looked like an Odwalla bottle or a Naked Juice bottle, and I was so intrigued by it. They have a lot of different lines. This is the one I ended up going with. It smells very fresh, a little bit grassy and herbal, but I really like it. A little bit goes a long way. It lathers really well for a sulfate-free shampoo, and I've just been really impressed with it. These two together though, the last month, my hair has been way healthier than it has been like the last 6 months. So I'm liking these for now. I'll follow up later. Okay guys, I know this has been long, but we're almost done. I just have 2 more things to mention. The first is the YSL Black Opium perfume. Paul got this for me for Christmas, and I love it. It smells, I gravitate towards vanilla scents. There's a little bit of vanilla in here, but it's sweet, it's floral. I believe it's supposed to have notes of coffee in it. I love it. Every time I wear it, I get compliments on it, and it's such a beautiful bottle. It's got like glitter all over it, and I love it. It dries down beautifully. It lasts a really long time. I encourage you to go give it a spritz, get a sample at Nordstrom or Sephora or something. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. The last thing I want to talk about is more of a lifestyle favorite. This is the Bauble water bottle. I brought it to work right after I got it, and I had it sitting on the table, and someone was like, that is the most feminine water bottle I've ever seen. And I realized it really is. It's got like that curve to it, but I love this. My friend Nilu got this for me for Christmas. Thank you, Nilu. Not only does it encourage me to drink water because I am obsessed with it and I just carry it around with me, it's got a nice little handle, keeps my water really cold, and I will go through probably about 7 of these every day. I think this is 16 ounces? I could be wrong, but I really like this. It comes in a ton of different colors. It is stainless steel. I love it. I love it. I take it around with me everywhere, and it's easy to hold, and it's just such a beautiful color. So again, thank you. Whoa, sorry. Thank you, Nilu. I love this so much. Alright guys, that is it for my January favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below with the things you were loving this month. We're really excited to have this up and running. It's something that we're all really passionate about, and we're happy to have you along for the journey. So I will catch you in the next video. Bye.